Okay, that's it, Rob. No more movies. Boy. Hey everyone, it's Don G. Corleone here, and I am here with a brand new epic movie rant. That's 2 epic rants this year for movies. 2. And this epic movie rant is going to be for a new film from favorite filmmaker Rob Zombie. Except this time it's not another rated R grindhouse horror flick, like he's usually known to make. This is going to be for his first PG rated film, and it's for a film that came out this Tuesday on Netflix and on DVD, and that's of course for his reboot of The Munsters. Yeah. What's the plot of this? Well, it's a reboot of The Munsters that follow the family of monsters called the Munsters, who move from Transylvania to an American suburb. That's the plot. How was the film made? Well, in March 2021, it was reported that Rob Zombie was developing a feature film adaptation of the 1960 television series. This was confirmed by Zombie in June. A lifelong fan of the television series, the writer-director had pursued developing a film for over 20 years. In April of the same year, it was also reported the project was being developed as a simulated theatrical and Peacock exclusive film, but these reports turned out to be erroneous. The movie's budget was even rumored to be $40 million, but Rob Zombie said that was untrue. Okay, first of all, this seems like a hypocritical choice, because you remember when Halloween and Halloween 2 came out in 2007, 2009, the ones Rob Zombie did? He was going to mention he wasn't going to do any more reboots, or any more remakes. Well, so much for that promise. Because he did another reboot after 3 from Hell. How ironic. Like, he made both House of the Corpses and Devil's Rejects. After Devil's Rejects, which was supposed to be the conclusion of the Firefly series, he made a reboot, which was Halloween. And it sucked ass. The sequel was even worse. And his films after that, Lords of Salem, 31, were not really good either. Well, Lords of Salem I'll talk about later, but anyway. Back to the production history. Zombie flew to Budapest in June 2021 to begin location scouting. On July 2nd, 2021, Sherry Moon Zombie his wife confirmed that the film was in the pre-production stage. Zombie shared numerous pre-production materials through his social media accounts, including designs for the Munsters' house on Mockingbird Lane and early sculpting for Herman Munster's head prosthetic. Then on July 26, 2021, Rob Zombie shared the first costume designs for Lily and Herman. Further costume designs were revealed later that month, and Wayne Toth's Ex Mortis Special Effects Studio worked on special effects makeup for the film. Toth has regularly collaborated with Rob Zombie, including on the films for Halloween, House of Corpses, and The Devil's Rejects. September 2021, Zombie returned to the US for a series of tour dates, but continued to share updates from the construction of Mockingbird Lane on his Instagram. So after the movie was filmed, and we saw all the teasers, it would be released on digital, Blu-ray, and DVD, and then available to stream on Netflix this Tuesday on September 27th, 2022. It received mixed reviews from critics and negative reviews from audiences, with all the criticisms being towards the runtime and perceived lack of a conflict in the story. Now back to my Rob Zombie film thoughts. For my reaction. Well, you should know, Rob Zombie is a talented musician, makes so much great music. In any ways, he's also made some very shitty movies that are known for one thing. They all feature violence, rape, sex, characters saying 400 uses of. Let's see, how do I phrase this? Fuck, 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 fuck. 400 times. That's all every character in this movie says is fuck, repeatedly. And horde characters you just don't care about when they die or get their comeuppance. His two only good movies are right here. Stay in there, Three from Hell, you dumb piece of crap. See? Look at this. Only two good movies he made. They were called The Devil's Rejects, Now Sons of Corpses. His films I only found to be not terrible, not good, but okay, were maybe the theatrical cut of 2007's Halloween. That still sucked, but it had some moments, like Michael Myers, I guess, was at least scary again. And then Lords of Salem, at least did try to be mature for a change and a little more ambiguous. So, as for his other stuff, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, 31, his last one, Three from Hell, that almost fell on my shelf and I wished it would have broke. Yeah, those three sucked ass. The Munsters, though, whew, that may just have to be far tied with 31 as his worst movie ever. Like, wow. I did not expect this movie to be this bad. This may just have to be the worst movie I ever saw this year. Even worse than Morbius. I'm not kidding. Everything just about this movie stinks. The acting is terrible. There's basically no story. I think it's fine that it's in color, but there are these color blurbs of flowers or other things that make it look like Creepshow or Wonder Woman, which are totally out of place. Like, I don't know why Rob would even direct another reboot out of the results of his Halloween movies. I thought he said he was done with reboots, for crying out loud. Aside from the fact that the characters have the same names and bear resemblance to the original characters, that's where the similarity ends. It just doesn't feel like the Munsters clearly would. The actors fail miserably in capturing the essence of the characters from the original, except perhaps for like David Roebuck, who does a decent job as Grandpa, but cannot save his train wreck of a film. And another thing about the casting, well, most of us zombie filmgoers all know that Rob has this annoying habit of casting his wife in every movie he directs. And it's no surprise she plays the female lead here. Dude, word of advice, stop casting your wife in every movie you make. Like Cody Leach in Rambo Rock for Life have even pointed out, she cannot act. No offense, but as much as I liked Corpses and Rejects, even her character in those two films was one of my bad qualities with those two. This was like wrote and made by someone who never even saw the show clearly. The characters are clearly goofballs. Not at all what apparently the cast of the original were not that. Herman was not some toothpick-legged like this guy is. Sherry is just not an actress at all. Like Grandpa, I don't know what that guy is, but he isn't Grandpa from the Munsters, apparently, clearly. The sets even look like cardboard boxes that were broken down and painted. The props and prosthetics look like they were made as a first-grade classroom. This is supposed to be a prequel, but Sherry looks and is older than Dee Carlo was when she played Lily as a mom of a preteen, basically. And the first few minutes, you can tell this is an extremely low-budgeted YouTube fan film, and not a loving homage to the original. Any character with a decent amount of makeup has absolutely no mouth movement when they speak. It's like they grabbed the mask off the rack at the Spirit of Halloween store and didn't bother beyond that. I have to wonder who green lights and gives over millions of dollars to projects like this. But whoever did this had obviously had their brain replaced with that of a corpse, because it's one bad idea after another. It's just basically a charmless, soulless remake of a TV show which should have been left on the cutting room floor. It's really, really that bad. Like, it did make me laugh in places, but it is quite literally wrong in every single possible way. It feels as though not one person involved in the process had watched the original show, for it has none of the charm or wit, and it's clear there's no one around to say no to Rob Zombie. Like, why was he given this project? He's, like, clearly unsuited for it. It literally feels like a tax write-off. For all things, like, I mean, another thing, this movie also made me think this. I never saw the original show. Is it this bad too? Like, I don't think that's something I ever want to think when I see a movie reboot of a series I never saw. Rob Zombie has obviously relied on the name of the Munsters as another vehicle for his wife's terrible lack of talent. She's way past the limits in the film, like totally out of her depth, like in attempting to portray the female lead Lily Munster. She displays an obvious lack of ability in creating believable characters right from the first moment she appears, and she just sounds so bored the whole performance. Like I can tell she probably clearly is now getting so sick of being thrown into these movies just so Rob can show off his wife to Hollywood. The one thing that saved this film from a 0 out of 10 is the talent of some other cast members. Like, getting to the end of this narcissistic vanity project was thankfully a relief. Like, it's not something you want for entertainment, having wasted nearly 2 hours watching it. Yeah, guys, like, this movie's supposed to be 110 minutes. This film is so poorly paced. This feels like 2.5 fucking hours long. Like, whoever gave Rob Zombie the money to make this terrible exercise in nostalgia must be yanking their hair out. Like, we get it. Rob loves the season Halloween. So do I. We all do. A lot of us do. He loves retro imagery, right down to the classic bestie cardboard pinups that I often see in so many elementary school classrooms during times in elementary school when I was a kid. Interesting that this movie was evidently shot in Hungary, far from the watchful eyes of the financing folks. But yeah, all in all, guys, I have no idea what else to say, but this movie just sucks ass. Like, this is Rob's worst movie ever. This is the worst movie of 2022, and this is going to be the worst movie I've seen this October. Like, so, after watching this, I just have several words for Rob Zombie. Dude, no offense, dude, this is my request in these words. I like your first 2 movies, and your music rocks. You make great music. But for the love of God, please don't make another movie ever again and just go back to only music. Halloween 2 sucked. 31 sucked. 3 from Hell sucked. And this even sucked. Like, just retire from Hollywood already. Just please go back to music and just stick to only music. Or something. Like, I'll only watch your first 2 movies you made, like Corpse and Rejects. I'll watch those. I'll maybe get a kick out of Lords of Salem, but, dude, no more movies. You need to just stop directing movies at this rate. So yeah, I've got nothing else to say. I could go on and on for ages. But I am done ranting on this. Like, wow. In the end, I highly recommend you never watch this movie at all and find plenty of better movies to stream and watch instead of crap like this. So anyway, that's pretty much it for my epic rant of the Munsters. And if you're wondering how I'm going to rank the Munsters, here's how I'm going to rank this movie. So overall, unless you want to see the worst movie of 2022, then please do not go anywhere near this movie and find better things to do with your 2 hours of time in Netflix night. And if you're wondering how I'm going to rank the Munsters, I'm going to give the Munsters a 1 out of 10. Whew! That felt like a relief. Ripping that movie apart. Didn't like having to watch that, but it's going to make an entertaining rant on my channel in the morning. Anyway, just put these back gently. Fit in there. Go back where you belong, Corpses and Rejects. Okay. Anyway, guys, I gotta figure out a horror movie to watch for episode 6. I'm gonna be filming episode 4 tomorrow night. And I'm gonna be filming, hopefully, episode 5 tomorrow. Episode 5 Sunday. And premiering those Monday and Tuesday. So yeah, but I won't be actually, like, posting video, but those will be premiering Monday and Tuesday. I won't be, like, posting videos, like, Saturday or Sunday-ish, I think, but be filming, just not posting. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for this epic rant. Thank y'all for watching, and if you like this and want to see more, and don't forget to like, subscribe to Donji Corleone.